Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a rematch in today's game of Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013? We are pitted against our old friend Jace, whose ass we thoroughly kicked last time. So, in order to make this more appealing, in order to let us see more of Jace's deck, I am also playing Jace's deck, which is a mill deck, of course. So in this instance, it's double the mill, double the kill. Let's go. We have a nice little opening hand here. We have 3 islands, Howling Mine, Sapphire Medallion, Crippling Chill, and Traumatize. We also get to play first. How wonderful. We will throw down an island and pass the turn away. First turn for Jace. He's going to play his own island. Main phase. Playing Jace's Phantasm. Very good to start with. If you remember, this is a 1/1 flyer for 1 that gets +4/+4 as long as an opponent has more than 10 cards in his or her graveyard. Alright, we draw an island, and we are going to play Howling Mine. Howling Mine lets each player draw an additional card at the beginning of their draw step, as long as Howling Mine is untapped. And with that, that's the end of our turn. Alright, another island and combat phase. He's going to swing for 1, which we will do nothing about because we can't. He's playing another Jace's Phantasm. Interesting. Okay. So, we got a few things of our own. We got Grind Clock, which can tap to put a charge counter on a Grind Clock, and can also tap and make target player put the top X cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard, where X is the number of charge counters on Gridlock. Grind Clock, not Grid Clock. Sorry. My speech is impaired today, it seems. So we'll play Jace's Phantasm. And we'll play Grind Clock. And then we will put a charge counter on Grind Clock. Alrighty then, that's the end of our turn. Island, followed by Jace's Erasure. This means that whenever he draws, I mill that much. Combat phase, is he gonna offer the trade? He's offering the trade, and I'm gonna take that trade. Get one of his Phantasms out of the way. Meanwhile, we still have Crippling Chill to use defensively against the other one. Alright, that's the end of his turn. So why don't we put another charge counter on Grind Clock? Why don't we play Sapphire Medallion? And then, why don't we Aether Adept, which means that we're going to bounce his creature as an effect of this little 2/2 wizard, and we will choose Jace's Phantasm. There it goes. Obviously that'll come back next turn, but it will be summoning sick and unable to attack us, which is wonderful. It's wunderbar, as they say in the Germany land. Okay, we lost a Hedron Crab, which makes me sad. Main phase for Jace. Of course, the Phantasm returns. Followed by, ooh, an Aether Adept of his own. You know that means we're just going to Aether Adept again, right? Okay, we draw into an island, and then we will put a charge counter on Grind Clock. And then we will play Aether Adept, get rid of that Phantasm once again. And I think we'll leave it at that. We'll just leave Crippling Chill open. Combat phase will be non-existent. End of our turn. Okay, what did we lose this time? We lost Font of Mythos, and we lost Unsummon, which I'm not sad about because those are Negligible cards. He's not attacking because we do have a blocker in the way. He is playing his own Font of Mythos. Basically, at the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws 2 additional cards. So we're going to have some more live draws. Okie dokie. And he's playing Jace's Phantasm as expected. Alright, time for us to draw. So, we're going to play an island, put a charge counter on Grind Clock. We're going to play our own Jace's Erasure. We're going to play a second Sapphire Medallion. And we're also going to get it started, as it were. We're going to play Traumatize and mill the top half of Jace's library rounded down. And he is out of mana, so countering that will not be an option. Okie dokie, that's going to be, yeah, 22 cards in the graveyard for him. And with that, we will end it. If you're wondering why I'm milling, I don't know if I really mentioned it last time. Basically, if you were to draw a card when your library is empty, you lose. So we're trying to get rid of his library, and as such, kill him. Here comes a Mind Control on our Aether Adept. It's just gonna do what it says and take control of it. Okay. So we're gonna get hit for 7. Now the defensive spells are gonna come out. So we're gonna be drawing a lot off of Font of Mythos and Howling Mine, and thanks to Jace's Erasure, he's going to be milling that much. So, yep, mill Jace. Okay, this is good. Before we drop our land, since we drew Hedron Crab, we're gonna play it. Basically, this creature has landfall, and that means whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, an effect happens. In this case, target player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. So we're going to play the Hedron Crab, and then we're going to play a land, which will mill him for 3. And then we're going to play Sleep. This is going to tap all the creatures he controls, and they will not untap during his next untap step. And then we will do 2 mill spells. We have Mind Sculpt, which mills for 7. And we have Tome Scour, which mills for 5. So, here comes 5. Here comes 7. Ladies and gentlemen, if you take a look over here, his library is at 0. So at this point, we've won. The moment he draws, he will lose, as we will see in a sec. Let's get to it. End of the turn. Come, sweet victory, come to me! Yep. Sweet victory indeed. We have defeated Jace. Defeated him with his own deck, no less. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and as always, I will see you next time.